Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special Friday night session where I'm coming back on to complete the readings. I had two donations I needed to complete and a handful of my YouTube channel members that I did not get to. I did not get to any of the free readings, and I am so sorry that I was not able to get to any of those. I do try, but don't give up hope. I'll be back tomorrow morning and tomorrow night, and then Sunday, um, also from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Time. And on Sundays, I do come on back on later in the day for any readings I didn't complete on that Sunday morning. So if you've been trying and I didn't get to, please come back at least on Sunday. Or you can always try Saturday morning and Saturday night. I do get to some free readings on occasion. Um, Quite a few sometimes, like on a Friday night, and but it all depends on how many donations I get. It's how I make my living, so I'm so grateful for all the donations. I'm blown away by your generosity, and it's how I make my living. So I do appreciate that. But if you've been, I know not everyone is able to donate or be a YouTube channel member. So that's why I like to, at least on Sunday, make sure you get a message from Spirit by the end of the day on Sundays. So please check back then if you weren't able to get yours. If you're interested in becoming a YouTube channel member, it's $2.99 a month for Zen Cricket, $7.99 a month for my Praying Mantis level. And in addition to being prioritized on Fridays and Saturdays, I do come back on to complete out donations and those of my YouTube channel members. But also, you get a special session on Wednesdays for all YouTube channel members, where you have 2 hours of free readings and it's however many you want to ask within those 2 hours. And then Thursdays, my Praying Mantis members, the higher level, get an extra one for them for 2 hours. And then on Friday and Saturdays after my sessions and Sundays, we get an extra hour or so. Sometimes we go longer. So you have that. Plus, you get advanced access to all of my videos that I put out. I just put out solstice readings that are going to come out for everyone on December 6th. But they have advanced access to those. And I started my 2025 energy forecast too, which will be out for everyone on December 20th. They get access to those now too. I've got 8 out of the 12 signs done already. So if you're interested, there's a link down in the description box on how to sign up for that. And if you're looking for a personal reading, I do offer those and other things. There's a link for that down below too. All right. So let's get into it. I do have two donations. So Maria will be up first, and then Moonlight. And then the order in which my YouTube channel member free readings will be is Johanna, and then Aria, and then Sean G, and then CJ, and then Livier Vagara. So that will be the order if you want to try to locate yours in there. The free readings will go a little faster. They're 1 to 2 cards. But for Maria and for Moonlight, they'll be a little deeper because of your donations. So thank you guys and your patience in getting to your readings. So Maria, thank you for your donation via the PayPal. And for diving into your days of your lives. So, what are Walter's feelings and thoughts towards you today? Let's take a look here. So, what are Walter's feelings and thoughts? They're kind of intertwined, but 2 cards for each. Are you with child? Oh no. Let's take a look here. Of course, disclaimer, I'm not a licensed medical professional, so of course, tarot is designed for entertainment purposes only. There's a disclaimer in the description box. Check that out regarding any health or pregnancy questions. And then why are you late? So we'll see here the combo here. So what's coming for you and Walter this weekend? Let's see what else they want you to know here, right? You do have that. Those two. Whoa, card go flying there. All right. So they do want that one there. Okay. So let's dive in here. What do we got going on here? So first of all, what are their thoughts? All right. Well, we got 2 major arcana coming in here. We've got both the Sun card, which is joy and celebration and success and this feelings of like childlike joy and so very, very happy, happy feelings that are there. And the Chariot is the power of emotional choice, or actually of all choice, both mental, emotional, energetic, all that. It's victory, it's movement. Two very bright, two of the victory cards. So they feel very lucky, they feel very blessed regarding you, and that's in thought, right? Because that was the first. Oh, that was feeling. Sorry. So feelings, well, that makes total sense too, because it's joy and celebration and all of that. So I like that coming in here. Thoughts towards you. All right. Well, we got the World card, which is the ending of a major cycle, beginning of new adventure, success, another. It's one of the other celebration cards. The Ten of Cups, emotional overflowing. So they feel very, very happy with interacting with you and towards you. I mean, all these three celebration victory cards and one Ten of Cups overflowing. Joy, 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 joy. Uh, nothing. I mean, it's like uh, what is it? I'm so happy I could just spit. It's like a happy exclamation. So I like that for you. So there you go for those two. Now, are you pregnant? Oh, let's take a look here. We got the King of Cups, balance between head and heart. So I don't feel like there's um, fertility there with that. But why are you um, late? You have the Nine of Wands, which is this energy. The Nine of Wands is like a block, it's like an energy, it's like a force field, something keeping something from going forward. So I don't know. I mean, depending on how late you are, you might go, of course, go to your doctor for medical assistance because I don't know if there's something that's just blocked, like if an egg or something stuck in the fallopian where it's not flooding, it's not going, it's not happening, something's blocking it, keeping it from happening. So um, that's what's coming in here. I don't feel pregnancy here, but I definitely would kind of look into that. All right. And then what's coming for you and Walter this weekend? Three of Cups. So joy, 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 joy. Gatherings with community. You might be going to a party. I don't know. Maybe a gathering, but you definitely, there's joy here. And the Page of Cups. I mean, heightened emotion that's here, happiness. So there's a lot of happy, 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 joy, joy kind of energy that's coming in here. And you got the King of Cups again. There's multiple King of Cups. They just have different expressions. This is the feminine King of Cups. So you've got the other um right? Yeah. So you got the male and the female King of Cups, this balance of emotion and thought that comes in. And you got the Emperor, Aries energy, which so there is this, you know, it's a very stable energy being the number 4, and it's the major arcana 4 that comes in here, and that's really cool there. I like that. But, there's this, say a nudge, but, a desire to make plans and to put energy behind it to make things happen, right? It's like the not wanting to wait around. I wanna make my own decisions. I wanna, initiate what I want to initiate, and it's getting everyone else's opinions and everything out of their head. So I feel like they're kind of wanting to try to invite you to do something, whatever. But I feel like they're on the verge of like trying to ask you, like, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? I don't know if it's like wanting to invite you to a gathering of family or different things like that but it feels like that kind of energy where they're wanting to do that. They're wanting to kind of, I don't say jump the gun, but it's like they're wanting to take things a little further, and they want to do that, but they're also tentative, but because of all that opinion and all this blah 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 in their ear, but they're like, but I want to, but I don't know, but I want to, but it just feel like there's that kind of energy there. But it feels like it's joyful. I like the 3 of Cups, and they're getting to that point, but they're trying to be reasonable, you know, but they're also wanting to act on that Aries leap, fools rush in kind of energy, right? Yeah, and then your fortune cookie is adventure, which says instead of seeing the current situation as an obstacle, try seeing it as an adventure. Explore all the possibilities. There are many more than you currently imagine. Instead of seeing things as either black or white, try to explore all the colors in between. I feel like that's for both of you, you know. So I like that. Good energy. But seems like fun. Seems like you guys, he wants to have a lot more action happening, progression kind of things. But again, get out of the situation that they're in so they can move forward, right? All right. So that's what they have for you, Maria. So thank you again for your donation. I appreciate that. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Moonlight, thank you for your second donation and for your patience in getting to this one. Hopefully you're doing better and better and better. I know a lot of frustration, a lot of energy. And so thank you for your second donation. You want to know, why can't people just love and live happy? Because it would be boring. I know, right? Why can't we all just get along? Why can't people just, you know, do that? Well, we can. We have the capability to be able to do that, right? And well, we'll pull a card here and some other cards here in a sec, but I just feel like there's this, you know, we have the capacity to do it, but we have to get past the triggers, right? We have so many triggers left over. If we all had perfect childhoods, we could just all just be happy beings who love. But we get screwed up, right? When we're children, we get conditioned through praise and punishment, emotionally, and then mentally, and then physically. We have hormones kick in. So the first 21 years of our life are a mess, or it's an adventure of chaos. And then we spend the rest of our lives trying to survive and thrive and recover from the tsunami of adventure journey. And one of the biggest things that helps us is when we about and we remember who we really are. We're so much more than these characters that we're playing here as humans. We are these powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings made of unconditional love. And we're able to, when we can see things from the moon, from the higher perspective, everything seems a lot smaller. And when we are able to see things through a place of unconditional love, then because we only see the world as we are, not as it is. So if I see the world as something that's chaotic and unloving and unhappy, it's because that's what's going on inside of me. I can only focus in on those things and transform it, then I start to see the world differently. But everyone is seeing the world through their own filters, and it's not the same filter. That's why it's just this chaos of everyone seeing a different story going on. And you're wondering, why is everyone confused? That person, it's like everyone wearing those Google glasses, but everyone um, watching something different. You're wondering why everyone, someone's crying, someone's screaming, someone's purring, someone's laughing hysterically, and you're wondering, why is everyone responding differently? Because everyone's seeing different stories going on, right? So there you go. But I want to pull a card here from the Medicine Woman Oracle here for you, and just to find out what Spirit wants to give you a special message through the Oracle, and then we'll pull some tarot just on You know, because you were asking, am I going to survive this thing? Um, am I going to take people out with me? What's going on? So let's see what we have here. Yeah, beautiful. Got the Heart's Wisdom card here, card number 12. See if I can zoom in a little more. Beautiful card. And it says, listen to the call of your heart, your guide in love. So let's take a look here, see what message comes in here. So the message that comes with this says, I envelop you in the gentleness of my love and spread a healing balm over your heart so you may find once again the courage to love. Ancestral traditions show that the heart is the center of profound wisdom. The Cherokee language has a term for it. I'm probably going to murder this, but it's Shante Ishta, or the one and only eye of the heart. Among the Omaha people of North America, it is said, ask from the heart, and you will be answered from the heart. Women are the keepers of this cup, or grail, inspired by the unconditional love of Mother Earth, Grandfather Sun, and Grandmother Moon. Far deeper than a romantic trifle, the heart is our ultimate recourse for a vibrant life. Today, we need to make the choice of love. The guidance it brings says, remember your true nature. Love is a precious treasure nestled in the depths of your heart that you may have buried or covered in armor through the hardships you've encountered along the way. Remember, there is no rose without thorns, yet true love is your only way, the song of your heart, your guide. The time has come once again to experience love and become loving in your relationship with your partner, loved ones, or spirituality. There are many ways to open the doors of love, such as empathy, compassion, and kindness, to bring it into ourselves. Awaken your gift. Love is an inner revolution. It begins with loving yourself. Love is like a flower that blooms under a gentle daily light of kindness and exhales its perfume into its surroundings. So try an olfactory meditation using damask rose essential oil, a healing balm for the heart. Dab a few drops inside your wrists and breathe it in. Imagine you are in a rose garden and let yourself be enveloped in benevolent and loving energy. Feel your resistances melt and loving light shine from your heart. Then join your hands in prayer and chant Dum, D-U-M, the Bija mantra of the Hindu goddess Durga, famed for her loving power, and then give thanks. The next step is to offer your considerate attention to someone in your family or a colleague, stranger on the bus, or anyone else at some point during the day. Wow. So that is their message, extra message there for you. Moonlight. Let me see if they have anything else through the tarot. All right. So we have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is this victory, is this flow of energy, but it is like a high five and a group hug from your spirit team, from your spiritual posse, just letting you know that you've come so far and you've done so much, that the victory wreath is yours to have. But I just feel like there's, we'll look at these other four cards, but they're just like persevere. You will see everything. You will see the flow of everything. You'll see things differently, at a they have the 6 of wands with the hummingbird here. Just feels like speed and movement and energy will flow. You will find this passion. 3 wands on either side. You'll find this equal passion. Just, no, underneath that, you've got the star card here, which is hope. Keep hope. Know that, there's a North Star, wishing upon a star and moving toward that. Just trust. Just trust. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, you got the moon energy. Didn't we get this for you too? Yeah, we did because it was moonlight. So you got the moon energy coming in. Such depth of emotion that's there and understanding the emotional energy. I feel like some sort of moon work with Mother Luna. I believe you are Cancer sign. Just realizing and diving into study of the moon energy. If you haven't, just dive deep into understanding the different moon cycles, the different energies that come with each moon. Even if you have to do just, you know, moon in Aries, moon in a, Taurus, look at each one and Google it and just see what you glean from it. But I feel like it's so important to understand this emotional energy that's there, that's just expanded and huge for you. And I'm sure you've checked your um, astrological chart and see what kind of aspects does your moon have against everything, and what making sure you're looking into the moon and that house that it's in and that sign. And I just feel like studying of your astrological energy of the moon is going to give you a lot of understanding of what's at the root of all this expansive, extreme emotion that's hitting you right now. Yeah, I think you had the Knight of Cups too. This is the pursuit. This is the journey. I feel like you got this card in the other reading we did because it's she's actually playing a heart like a guitar or a keytar or whatever that kind of smaller Indian guitar is. I'm totally messing the name of it, but it is this whole life is a quest for that love. And again, it's showing that the love of the outside world it's a quest of a searching for love, and we find it out there. It's falls short until we turn inward and upward. That is what solves every emotional question, is that unconditional, eternal, unconditional love from up above. So it's, that's what's below the surface with that moon energy. That's what's deep below there is what we've been looking for, right? Yeah. So we have this trust the cycles, the balance of the outside world, and the Hierophant is you being drawn to see things from a higher perspective, from your higher self. And the capital T, truths of the higher realm. Just it will help balance the outside world when we realize, what a fickle, unstable place it is, right? But I just feel like they're drawing you inward and upward, understanding the emotion, understanding the emotional energy that rolls your life and all the aspects of it. Right. And then let's see what your healing angel card says here for your fortune cookie. Yeah. So we have forgiveness. Let the past go. Clear your heart and your mind through forgiveness. And I know forgiveness is another F word in it, but and I know a lot of our humanity is like, oh, because we feel like it's letting people off the hook and letting people not live up to what we feel they should and all that stuff, right? But one of the most beautiful ways I've heard forgiveness described is refusing to no longer be a vessel of pain because of other people's actions or non-actions, words or silence. And it's about us pouring out that pain, pouring out the wrath, and for our sake, so that we have the space to be a vessel of love instead of a vessel of pain. And it's when we realize we're not going to forget, we're not going to let people keep doing same patterns and same, whatever, um, the same old stuff, that we're going to remember it, but we're just not going to allow it to impact us anymore. We're choosing for our sake. So hopefully that helps a little bit there, Moonlight, and hang in there. And again, thank you for the donations. Thank you for just being able to vent and show everyone that it's okay for us to feel what we're feeling, and that there is hope. So hang in there, my dear. Right. Much love to you. All right. So that was it for the donations. And then let's jump into the free readings. Like I said, these will go a little faster because they're usually 1 to 2 cards. So let me just bring them over here. We will jump into them again. The free readings are going to be Johanna, and then Aria, and then Sean G, and then CJ, and then Livier. All right. So, Johanna, hello, hello. So, you went to your job interview today. What does Spirit have? Will you hear back from them? All right. And then, uh, was your intuition right with K, or did you just overreact? All right. Let's see what we got here. You got 2 cards. So, first of all, will you hear back from her? I feel like you will. You have the Knight of Pentacles, though. Slowest moving knight, patience. So, um, just know you'll hear back from it. I feel like it's going to take a little bit longer than you were expecting. You're like, wow, I guess I didn't get it. And then ring, ring. Oh, hey. So I do feel like you will hear back from them, but it just takes a little bit longer than you had thought. And then, was your intuition right with K, or did you just overreact? We have the Emperor. So you got this Aries energy here, which is more reactive energy than it is intuition. So I just feel like there's a lot of confusion, a lot of energy, confusing energy. We'll put it that. A lot of confusing energy around it, which um I don't feel like you like overreaction is an overreaction. That's funny. But I just feel like there was a lot of energy that there's some of your intuition is right, but there's mixed energy everywhere. That made it hard for it's like, did I overhear that? Did I hear them correctly? Well, you were in a loud restaurant where everyone was yelling, it was loud. You heard some of the words right, but there's also some words you missed. So I don't feel like you have a clear picture of it, but your intuition was picking up on some things, but there's some things that missed because of all the crazy, crazy energy that I feel. Again, see how these people are like pulling all these strings. It's like distractions and things that were pulling you away, that you were like, there was more there than just their energy that kind of interfered, if that makes sense. Right. So hopefully that does make sense, but that's what they have for you, Johanna. So many blessings to you. Hope you're sleeping well there on the other side of the planet. All right. And then Aria, you're up next. Hello, hello. So you want to know how to get over heartbreak and betrayal. Is there anything positive coming in your future? Oh, that's all you want? Just, how to get over heartbreak and betrayal? I get it. I get it. Been there, been there, been there. So let's see what Spirit has to say. So that's for that one. And then anything positive coming in your future. Always, 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 right? But we'll see what they want you to know here. Let's look at that first. Anything coming positive? Yeah. You have the Hierophant here, which is your higher self drawing you to see these capital T truths of things and it's allowing you to see things from a different perspective. And that is a blessing. That's a positive thing because you're able to free yourself from some old ways of thinking by connecting to these higher ways. So there's some great wisdom coming in, and you're going to be like, wow, I just feel like it's a wonderful, wonderful grounding type of energy that's coming in. So it just allows you to see things differently. And I almost feel like there's safety. Like you're up in a tree, you're not worried about any of the things that are walking around on the ground. You're up here safe and feeling this place of safety there. And then so how to get over heartbreak and betrayal. Yeah, kill him. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Don't do it. Death and rebirth. And it is transformation, a transformative energy, right? Pluto energy. So, how do we get over heartbreak and betrayal? Let me channel and see what spirits know because they say it is a rebirth. Um, so, first of all, we realize, that death card, the fear of death, that heartbreak is an illusion. I know. Wait, 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 wait. I know. I hear it. I hear it. But that's one of the things that spirit teaches us about heartbreak is that it's fear, and our hearts are too powerful to ever be broken. It's the lesson of the 3 of swords that we get, which is, you know, when someone scares us, like my brother and I used to take turns scaring each other half to death. We would. It's what teenage brothers do, right? And but as soon as I realized, okay, like this one time I was taking a shower and I was rinsing off my hair and everything. And I looked, and then my brother had this gas mask, like a military gas mask that was all black with these big things and the big thing where they normally would put that. But it looks like an alien or something. And when you're not expecting it, of course you open your eyes, blah, and he's like, "What'd you think it was? Oh my god," And I was like, it's just that you don't expect it. And so that that prick in your heart and this like, fight or flight kicks in right away to protect yourself. Feels like a prick in your heart. Well, that's what heartbreak is, except it's an emotional monster. And as soon as I realized with my brother, I calm down, the pain goes away and you're fine. But when it's emotional and it's an emotional monster like betrayal, right? When we have betrayal or anything along those lines, anything emotional, an emotional monster, we have all kinds of emotional monsters that roam our heart um, until we look into those things. But um, when they happen, we get that ignition of that fear in our heart, and we're like, "Oh my god," I'm because we're taught, right? When someone betrays us or someone does this or someone does that, it means something about me. And that's what we've been taught. So we have this reaction and it triggers the fear. I'm unlovable, I'm not good enough, I'm unacceptable. What are people going to think? Everyone's going to reject me, everyone's going to hate me, blah blah blah, all that stuff we get. And it's it loops because emotions loop for 90 seconds. Each emotion we feel has a process where it loops and it takes 90 seconds to process or to flow through an emotion. And so we're done with it after 90 seconds, unless our mind keeps looping it, going, I'm unlovable, I'm unlovable, I'm unlovable, I'm unlovable, I'm not going to find love again, I'm not going to find love again, blah, 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 blah. Whatever this belief that is triggering this emotional monster, it keeps looping it. And that's why heartbreak, emotional heartbreak, feels like, you know, it's going on forever. But when we get distracted by something, it stops until we remember it again. Oh, wait a minute, I'm heartbroken, right? Or I remember that fear, it ignites again and it keeps looping until I go to sleep and then it stops. And then I wake up and I'm like, and then I remember, oh, that's right. And then it starts again, right? And so, understanding what heartbreak is, that it's fear at its core, that my heart isn't broken. It's not something I have to feel. It's a story that I've been told I'm supposed to feel, so I do. When I realize that, I can get my power back, right? And so how I get over heartbreak is feel the emotions, feel it, but also take deep breaths and step out of the fear. Get to the root of what fear do I have around this situation, right? What do I feel it means about me? someone's actions or non-actions, words or non-words, right? Silence. What does it mean about me? Or in this case, betrayal. When someone betrays, when someone says, I'm gonna do this and they don't do that, is that about me? Is that about me being worthy enough? No. This is about them with their capacity and their capability. This tells you about them. And when we sit back and we realize betrayal is just simply someone not having the capacity to do what they promised or said they would do, it's their failure of being able to do it. It doesn't have to do with our worthiness of it, it has to do with their capacity to be able to do it. Because everyone has good intentions, but do they have the ability to live up to those intentions? Not a whole lot. And so realizing that and really facing that and looking at that, that's how we can look at heartbreak and how we can look at betrayal. I know for me, like, I had like 5 longest term relationships, anywhere between 1 and 3 years, and a couple that didn't even get that far. Um, but number 1, betrayal. Number 2, betrayal. Number 3 didn't betray in the sexual way, but still disrespected me in other unique ways. Number 4, betrayal. And number 5, no. Um, but we learn stuff. We learn through each of these mirrors. And for me, what the big aha that came in my betrayals is in the post play edition, you know, uh, you know, breaking down the diagnosis or whatever they do after plays, like they do in football and sports and stuff, whatever that post thing they do. But was, spirit gently asking, well, what did you learn through that? And I'm like, well, men are bastards. They're like, no, 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 no. No, that's not what we're talking about. And I'm like, well, what are you talking about? Well, if they were your mirror, what did you learn from them? And I'm like, "Ooh, what I said, but okay, if they're my mirror, I go, but they betrayed, but I was faithful to them. Like, oh, you were faithful to them, but if they're your mirror, who were you betraying? Who did you betray? And I'm like, well, I didn't betray them. Was I betraying myself some way? And they're like, you're getting close. And I'm like, okay, so give me a hint. And they were like, all right, so if you're looking for your self-worth, your self-love is supposed to come from yourself, but you're validating yourself and your worth and your love out here. I'm like, are you saying I was cheating on myself with them? And they're like, and I sat with that for a minute because I'm like, okay, whoa, 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 wait a minute. But then I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. I was betraying myself by defining myself by other people's actions and words and whatever, and validating myself through them. And it's a big aha. And then you realize now I have no ill feelings towards any of them, because I learned so much. I realized they were my teachers, trying to show me what I wanted to see about myself till I saw it. And I know it takes time to get to that place, but when you realize that, it's like so eye-opening. I learned a lot through that. Um, Learned a lot about some great books. The Path to Love by Deepak Chopra. Wonderful book that could help as well, because you realize what you're looking for in someone else, you have to find in yourself. And, you know, one of the questions that had come up before, I thought it was in that book, but I reread it and I didn't see it in there. But somewhere I read that it's, what we're looking for. What are you looking for in a mate? And I was like, well, I want someone who respects me, because I felt disrespected in those betrayals, disrespected in how someone treated me. I felt like used for money and how they spoke to me. And then the other one I felt was trying to fit me in between important things. And I want respect. And they're like, good, good. Now you need to find that for yourself. I did throw the book, whatever book it was, across the room, because it was like, "You're saying I don't have self-respect? Ugh, how rude." But they were right because I would give up my life. I would shrink. I would become small. I would change who I was to try to be who I thought they wanted me to be. That's not respect. That's not self-respect. I was betraying myself and in all those ways. And so it's a good awareness, and that's how we can heal from heartbreak and betrayal is when realizing heartbreak is an illusion. It's fear. What am I fearing? Let's me get to the root of my fears. What is this mirror showing me? What am I learning through this? And it's for me in the end. And we realize when we can move out of that victim feeling of it's happening to me, that why did I want this to happen for me? We step into our power and we stop nursing and rehearsing and looping the fear and the resentments and the wrath, and forgiveness comes in, right? We as we were talking about earlier, that we refuse to no longer be a vessel of pain because of someone else's actions or non-actions, their words or their silence. We pour out that wrath, we pour out that pain, and then we're able to become a vessel of love again, higher love, truer love, and that can help. So hopefully that helps. But that's what they have for you, Arya. So many blessings to you. I know we got kind of deep in there, but I feel like it was more than just for you and me. I love it. All right. And then Sean G, you are up. Guidance for the weekend. All right. Take a quick sip here. It's just tea. Not getting drunk. All right. Whoops. No, so what else? What other messages besides that? All right. No. Well, maybe you just have one card here. What is this about? Well, you got the King of Pentacles coming in here. It's all about abundance. I like this deck because they have two King Pentacles. One's feminine and one's masculine. You got the Divine Feminine King, which is great. It's this balance of, um, the Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, along with that Divine Masculine feeling of abundance and fullness that comes into. And one of the great lessons that the King of Pentacles brings is just that whenever they try to define themselves by the outside world, they felt unstable because all the things that they were told to define themselves by was unstable, which is three buckets, right? Relationships with humans, situations of all kinds, and things. Well, the thing is, humans are unstable, right? You're like, no kidding. They change, people pass away, people walk away. So relationships with humans are unstable, and if we define ourselves by those, then we feel unstable. Things are not things. Let's do situations. Situations like jobs and careers, education, social status, situations that we get in, agreements, whatever, unstable. They never stay the same, always changing, right? So if we define ourselves by those things, we feel unstable, right? And then finally, things, our bank accounts, our possessions, our bodies, all that physical things, they break down, they deteriorate, they blow up, they burn down, they're stolen, unstable. And so when we define ourselves by those things, we feel unstable. So all those areas that we're told, define yourself by that, like, who told us that? But someone upon a time, it's what we're designed to do. Go out here and try to find your worth, your stability. And then we do, and we're like, "Oh my gosh, why is everything so shaky?" It's like walking on in an earthquake. Eventually, we become tired of the instability and temporariness of it all. Then we turn inward and upward, and that's where we find the only thing that's stable in this realm, the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms. It's what we're made out of. It's where we come from. It's what we get from the spirit realm. Because that's the reality. This is illusion. That's the reality, right? And it's the only thing we find. Eternal, never ending. That's pretty stable. Unconditional, nothing we have to do to earn it, nothing we can do to lose it. Very stable. So when that's our foundation, we become very stable and we change from what I call retail price and we find our worth is priceless because the outside world is what value we feel we are to others. That's not self-worth, that's retail price. And retail price is unstable, right? Like we talked about. It's fickle, it's ever changing. We end up on the blue light special Kmart clearance rack or donated to Goodwill because the price has dropped. And it varies by person and season and how someone feels and it's so unstable, right? But we find that stability inward and upward. And then our whole life changes where we fill up from the inside out with our worth, and the outside world that felt lacking and unstable suddenly doesn't feel unstable anymore because we have our stability from the inside. So that's what message they have for you just for this weekend. So but that's what's coming in, Sean. Hopefully that helps. Many blessings to you. All right. And then CJ, you are up next. So you want to ask about your work situation next month. What does Spirit want you to know about your work situation next month? All right. Well, it's looking good. You got the sun card, which is abundance and brightness and success. So we like that. The Knight of Swords is movement of thought and belief, seeing things from a different perspective, gaining a lot of clarity around your work situation next month, too. Communication coming in, but it is victorious, whatever is coming in here. You might even being offered if you're in a position already, you might be offered some additional training and some additional opportunities that come in. But it is very abundant and positive with all this coming in here. Anything else? I was reading here on this little card, it says on the little dress, there's a bunch of words and everything in here. And it says something right is worth the cost. Something is worth the cost. So I like that that comes in here. It's like it's worth putting in the extra effort because you do get very well rewarded for going the extra mile kind of energy that comes in here. So it feels very positive. So I like that for you, CJ. That's what they got for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then lastly, but definitely not leastly, we have Livier Vegara. Hello, hello. So like a general message for what's left of November. Yeah, we've got just a little over a week left. Can we believe it? November will be gone. Whoosh. So what does Spirit want you to know for what's left here of November? All right. All right. All right. Well, look at you. You got the Nine of Cups, which is like an emotional dream come true, and the Two of Cups, which can mean love. um, but it's also about important relationships and um so there is this feeling here. eh, Two of Cups can be emotional choice as well. We get to choose our emotion, what we feel in each moment. And so we can either choose higher vibrational joy and celebration and overflowing love here, like the Nine of Cups, or we can choose lower vibration and, rooted in fear. I just feel like there's this message here that you have such a capacity to feel like you're full and overflowing from your heart just by simply choosing joy as much as you can over this next 7 days or so, 7, 8 days, right? And, but it helps spark important relationships, both with could be family member you haven't seen in a long time or, a best friend that comes in to your life, could be lover too, but I just feel like it's sparking important relationships, and it starts with this Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, 9 is like the hermit's journey, and, of course, Cups is emotion, right? So it's like turning inward for your love, self-love, filling up and overflowing just sparks these relationships with people, and I just feel like it's an important thing that you can do. Just a reminder, I find my love inside. I fill up and then overflow. And when I overflow, it sparks these connections with people. And they're important connections. It can be connection to your higher self, could be romantic, it can be friends, family, coworker, best friend, like I said. Could be them all, could be a couple of those. But I feel like relationships with individuals, just relationship in general is heightened and focused on, but it can be expanded starting with that self-love that comes in. So, fun. I like it. Right? That's what they have for you, Olivier. So many blessings to you. I like that. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience in getting to those readings. And I didn't get to any of the free readings besides my YouTube channel members, and I completed all donations except for the two that I went here. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I do want to give as many free readings as I can, and I don't always have a great opportunity to do those. So thank you for your patience on getting to those. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and then tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Yep. And then on Sundays are special where I do come back on in the afternoon and finish all readings on Sunday that I did not get to, free and otherwise. So if you've been trying and you continue to try on Saturday morning, Saturday night, for sure come back Sunday. We'll make sure we get you a message from Spirit by the end of the day. Also, if you're interested in becoming a YouTube channel member, there's a link in the description box below. It does give you priority in all of the sessions. I do come back on and complete those for my YouTube channel members and donations. And then there's extra sessions throughout the week, which are listed in the description box down below if you're interested when those are. Um, but my YouTube channel memberships, Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month. Praying Mantis is $7.99. And then I also offer personal readings and some other things. There's links down in the description box for this too, if you want to go deeper. All right, everybody. Thank you again for all your love and your support. I'm so grateful to be able to be here and that you have such a thirst for hearing from Spirit. And so until I see you guys again, remember every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Cosmic Father and Cosmic Mother, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.